Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250 and welcome back to the Long Dark. So it's been a few days, just put the video up, and that upload took forever because the internet was not working at the beginning, but by the end it actually, I think they fixed it. Because it's a lot faster now, so hopefully we should be good to upload future episodes. Alright, so, we are in the morning right now. It wouldn't be great to go outside. We are a little bit cold at the moment. So we want to keep exploring. It is daytime now. We're all recovered from the sickness and everything, which I do want to add. I really like how this game does that. It does the whole, ooh, hello there. It really does a good job of showing you, if you make a mistake in a survival situation like this, just how quickly it can kill you, and it almost killed me. Alright, we're going to keep going. I'll talk a bit more along the way. We're at about 50 to 60% condition, so we're doing roughly okay.
Like it could be a good shelter.
Now we can actually see what's going on around us because it's daytime. God. Seriously? Seriously? Alright, we may be taking a short break. Oh yeah, so I discussed it and someone else commented on it. We discussed it at a very basic level. Possibly turning up the brightness. Let me take a look at the setting really quick because I did just forget about it until right now. Turn up brightness a little bit if I can. Where is brightness? I don't see a brightness setting right off. But anyway, I do want to say, looking at the game, like looking at the recorded footage, it looks pretty darn close to what I was seeing. Like, this game is supposed to be dark. It really is, and I saw in the footage you could only see about 5 feet in front of you when you were in the cave with a torch, but that's all I was seeing too. So it's actually a pretty accurate representation of what I'm seeing, and you're just not really supposed to see much at night. It's really dark. You're really not supposed to travel at night on a regular basis. Let's hope that wolf is gone. Okay. God. Oh God, there's a wolf there too. So anyway, I think I came from over that hill. And to be honest, I don't really know which way I need to go. I am going to go this way just to get away from that wolf. I could attempt to scare it away with rocks, but if that fails, I'm at about half condition, and what I remember before, wolves, is this my campfire? I think this might have been my campfire. So I did come from this direction, okay. May have meandered slightly, but I did come from that direction, I'm pretty sure. If I remember right, wolves take out about half your condition, and they tear up your clothes. They do a lot of bad things that you really want to avoid. So, if all possible, I mean, I'm going to use the rocks to defend myself, but we're not actively going to attack wolves. That's a pretty bad move. Gotta be careful with these hills. I don't know if they ever fixed it, but there were problems in the past. How do I holster? Okay. There were problems in the past where going down a hill like that, you could accidentally sprain your ankle. I wasn't sure if it was intentional or if they just wanted to make it seem like if you're going down steep hills, you're increasing your risk anyway for that kind of thing. And it's just something that happens. I'm not exactly sure. There's a wolf over there. We're going to stay away from him. But it was a little bit annoying. I remember it being somewhat annoying. Just, you'd be walking down a hill, all of a sudden your ankle breaks and you can't run. Or your ankle, not breaks, but you like strain your ankle or something. Spraying it? I think, yes, spraying, that's the word I'm looking for. And that wolf doesn't see me. Usually when they start, like, barking and growling is when they see you. Someone said, and I didn't quite understand, I thought maybe, you know, there might have been a slight language barrier or something, but someone mentioned in the last video, in the comments, something about, like, exploring and stuff, and I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, you know, but from what I understood, I think you're asking, like, about, you know, running around and exploring different things, and it is kind of good to explore. I imagine they've hidden various, you know, incentives around the map for exploring areas that aren't, you know, just straight along the path. However, as you can tell by my heat, I'm not really in a position to do very much exploring right now. We're at about midday, maybe a little early morning. Okay, don't do that. We're at about midday right now. This is probably our best time to explore. We'll get cold, we'll lose heat the slowest right now. But as you can see, I'm already half gone on it, so we may need to build a fire or find another, you know, find a shelter at some point. I think they also might have been asking, like, what's the objective of the game? And I can't answer that for you. So the objective of Sandbox, the gameplay that's been around before this, was just to survive as long as possible. Pretty simple. The objective of this game mode, as I understand, is we are trying to find Astrid / civilization right now. I don't know if the ice is weak over here. We're going to find out. I think we're good. There is nothing over here, though. I think, assuming they didn't change it, I should say, when you get to weak ice, which is mostly just around the coastline, you'll start hearing a lot of cracking sounds, and I think the screen will display a message. At least it used to. I don't know if it still does. Where it'll say, like, thin ice or warning or something, and at that point you immediately want to go back the way you came. Ooh, I see some sort of shelter up here. I think. But yeah, don't want to mess with thin ice, because your clothes will get wet. They lose all of their heat ability, which of course you need. Really just bad news. It's starting to get a bit cold. Let's check this car really quick, and then we're going to turn and go for that bridge. Also, while I was reviewing the footage last time, I noticed that I missed something. I think I missed a, I think I missed, like, a bit of newspaper. So I was a little bit annoyed about. I mean, it's a low priority thing in a newspaper. It's Tinder. There's a lot of Tinder in this game, but it's a little annoying. Okay. Can't open that trunk. Okay, so now I'm pushing it, but I think I did see a shelter over there, so we might be okay if I don't take more than about a minute exploring over here. Our condition's up, so we can stand being cold for a little bit. You know, being like too cold for a little bit. But that being said, I don't want to push it too much. My goal is to still, yeah, I see a house over there. My goal is to get my condition up, definitely.
Can't feel my hands.
Okay, yeah, we're close. Couple more sticks for fire. There's still a wolf over there, so we need to stay away from that. Can't jump in this game. Just trying to stay away from that wolf as much as I can. That was honestly terrifying last night, having that wolf chase me in the dark and I couldn't see anything. Town of Milton. There's a house over here. Assuming there's no wolves to keep me out, we may have found our first actual shelter that doesn't suck. Put those rocks away.
Hello? Anyone out there?
Anyone alive? Anyone with warm clothes?
This whole area looks like it's been abandoned for a while.
Ah, crap, boarded up doors. Something dead in the road over here.
Smoke from the chimney. Someone's home.
We'll go there in a second. Let's go to the credit union here. There we go, somewhere. Anybody here? Anybody gonna be mad? Okay, we are still cold in here. That's not great. Let's loot quickly. So this is a new building. In fact, this whole area, as far as I know, is new.
This will come in handy.
They're going to, from what I understand, they're going to be adding all of the areas, or at least some of the areas, from the sandbox to the game at some point. But this area is new for the single player. Bank manager's house key.
Must be the key to the bank manager's house.
I think it was like a moldy candy bar. Delicious. So a good assortment of things I could break down if I needed.
I think I can use this.
I'm trying to do it quickly though, because I am still getting cold as we speak. And it's a little dark inside. That's generally how inside is it's a little bit dark, so if you're exploring, if you have the ability, it's usually good to do a torch or something. Alright, toilets are good. You can get water from them. Obviously, it's like a one-time thing, so I won't get water from it in the future, but they're a useful spot just to grab a whole bunch of water.
Make something with this.
Okay, I think that's about everything. Some socks. We will investigate all the things we're currently collecting when we get somewhere where I can warm up a bit.
Locked. Can't get in here yet.
Okay, so this is a mechanic they introduced. In fact, we're not going to mess with that right now. I'm sure we can come back. I'm just too cold right now, and I'm going to lose health if I mess with that at the moment. But they introduced that whole thing at one point where you could open up safes and get cool stuff inside. They're not hard to get either. They just take a minute. You know, a little bit longer than I want to put in time for right now. We're almost at equilibrium temperature right now, but we are slightly cold. Or getting slightly colder, I should say. Herbal tea, there we go. That herbal tea looks different than it used to. They updated the visual for it.
Too much stuff to carry.
Alright, I know. We'll manage it in just a bit. But I want to get all the cool things I can right now. Nuts and stuff. Okay. Looted the place. Let's get out of here, get to that other house. Hopefully they'll let us in. If not, we're probably going to have to make a fire.
Damn. I'm freezing.
I know. We're going to try to solve this real quick. Hello? Please let me in. I promise not to enslave your family. Oh. That's red. Is that like theft? If I take their things that are red? I feel like it probably is.
Anything about now.
I think this belongs to somebody.
Hello? Anybody here? Holy sh! Wait! Hold your fire!
Come closer, stranger.
Okay. Just take it easy.
I like this 3D modeled stuff they have going on here. This looks pretty okay.
Why are you here?
Sorry. I saw the smoke from your chimney.
Alexa, shut up.
Mainlander?
What?
Thought so. Mainlander. Outsider. I don't recognize your voice. And you haven't left like the other cowards, so... Must be a mainlander. Someone who doesn't know any better.
I'm freezing to death. Please don't kick me out.
Plane. I crashed in the mountains nearby.
Sounds likely.
Listen, could you maybe point that gun somewhere else?
You think because my eyes are covered, I can't see you? Make the wrong move. Say the wrong thing. You'll see how good a shot I am.
I don't doubt it.
The others are all gone. If you're here, things must be worse than they thought.
Oh god, it's like Mass Effect now. Who are you? My name's Mackenzie, and you are... Liars call me Grey Mother. So you should call me Grey Mother also. Right. So if everyone left, why are you still here? They're afraid of me. And even if I could have left, I wouldn't. I was born here, I'll die here. This is the way it has to be. The way it has to be? You wouldn't understand loyalty, Mainlander. Where am I? What is this place, this town? This is Milton, small town in the mountains. You're far from home. But where are we on Great Bear? My plane went down in bad weather and... You're wherever you're supposed to be, outsider. The Maker in his great wisdom has put you here with me. But what is his purpose? What is yours? I'm looking for someone. She crashed with me, but I think she walked out. Would have been when the lights first appeared. I'm not interested in your story, outsider. I'm cold. Prove your worth to me and I'll think about telling you what I know. My fire will be out soon. Fetch me some firewood and maybe we'll talk more. Okay, I've got some firewood. You said everyone's gone. What happened here? 5 days since the lights in the sky. 5 days of hell. First they thought they'd be safe, then they realized they weren't ready for the end. So they fled. None of them will make it. That's pretty grim. How do you know? I mean, you can't... See? No, I can't. But I know what I hear. Sooner or later, all their words, all their lies, find their way up to me. House? This is a big house. You live here by yourself? None of your business, outsider. Just stay out of my private things and don't try to steal from me. Or you'll never find out what I know about your... friend. Fuel. So fuel, where can I find some? Surely a big strapping man like you can find some firewood in a forest. Right. Take the axe and the woodshed out back, if you must. I know some of the townsfolk cut wood on the edge of town. I'll be back. Okay. Come back and you've sorted out my firewood situation, if you come back at all. Many people you meet will be suspicious of you, but most of them will have needs they may not be able to fulfill without your help. Helping them will earn you trust, which in turn will unlock useful knowledge, location, items, and more. Check the character's trust entry in your journal to learn more about them, their needs, and how they can help you. Alright, so we're warm in here, and I'm very thirsty, so we're going to go ahead and take a break really quick so I can deal with that. Coffee's cool because I think it keeps you from running out of, yeah, your fatigue runs out slower. So coffee's a good one. Alright, we've got a moldy chocolate bar. I'm sure this will be delicious. Okay, we didn't die. We're doing good. Moldy granola bar. Didn't die. We're doing good. Doing good. Okay. So yeah, that fireplace is gonna run out soon. I don't know if that's like... Okay, so so anything red is theft if we take. That makes sense. And presumably, I guess she can hear well enough to know if, you know, that's going to happen. If we're going to do that. This is a cool fireplace. Kind of divides your living room in half, though. Alright, so we can use the bed if we need to. That's good, actually. We're in a... I mean, this is a good spot now. We actually have the ability... Okay, let's take all of your water. Since that isn't theft.
I might have to drop some gear.
Alright, I know. What are we at weight-wise? 71... Yeah, okay. So, we got a bit much. We may break down some things. Okay. So, that's not as good. Okay, I gotcha. That's slightly better. I'm just doing a quick review because, you know, I have been picking up a lot of things. One thing we may end up doing is when it gets closer to nighttime, we'll probably end up starting to break down a bunch of stuff. That would be a good idea. As of right now, we're not too overweighted. We might be if we continue exploring, but we're not too bad off. So I think we're going to do a little bit more exploration of the town. Let me see if that fire thing is like... No, it's going to stay at 10 minutes, so... It's not an urgent task in like the... In a gameplay sense. So let's see if we can do a little bit more foraging. Now that we're not as cold for a little bit. There's a deer over there I'd like to deal with a little bit.
What have we here?
I would, though, like, legitimately, though, I was really close to dying last episode. I was looking over the video footage and... I mean, it was really surprising that I didn't die. Because I was really close to doing so. Oh yeah, so the way they used to have it in this game was, anywhere time you went outside, you could push a button, I think. I can't remember what it was. Or it was some sort of menu and you could chop wood. You didn't actually have to physically find branches and large limbs. So that was kind of cool that they changed it. That's right, you better run. Okay, this is the old schoolhouse. But they got some coal. So coal's good.
Being useful.
It if I remember right, it burns for a while. It burns pretty hot too. You need it for one of the sandbox things. But you can also just use it as fuel. I don't know if that's ever going to come into story here. Did you clip through that? I think you did. But we'll probably just end up using it for fuel as far as I know. Thing is, once nighttime comes, our explorations are pretty much over, so that's the perfect time to sleep some and then also to like break down materials and do time-consuming things in a relatively warm area. But while we still have daylight, I definitely want to like, grab everything I can. Betrayal. I left him like I promised I would, and I waited here like you asked. Where are you? It's getting too cold to sit here. Pick me up at the old P.O. when you can. Let's get out of here. You don't pick me up by midnight, I'm out here on my own. I'll need to look into if I can actually do anything with those papers, or if they're just notes and I should just throw them away, you know. Nope. Whole lot of nothing. So this is the bank. There's a vault. I do want to lockpick this thing. I'll show you how the lockpicking system works. It's pretty simple. I may... Oh, crap. Do I have a pen around? I do not. I may want to write these down. These combinations down just so I don't forget them. But what you end up doing is you scroll to the right till you hear a click. It might be to the left, actually. I think you actually scroll to the left then. Okay, so it's somewhere, I think, slightly after 45. Let's try that again. If you're slow, you can get this in one try. I'm impatient. Okay, so it's 47. $54, $53. There we go. Okay. That was pretty quick, actually. Get some papers, book, some cash. That's a new one. Some more cash. Lots of cash. Okay, you can use it as tinder. Alright. Not a huge find.
Can't get in here yet.
We need the code for that. Now, we did get a key for the boss's house. The bank manager's house. So I bet if we can get in there, we could probably get into their vault. It'll probably be written down somewhere, I imagine. Okay, we're still okay on temperature. Let's keep exploring. This is a very standard house that was in the jerry can. That was in the game before at this point. Although it looks like they diversified it a little bit. It used to be very similar looking, I guess. It always looked the same, so it looks a little bit different now. It's kind of cool. Some kind of random supplies. Wonder if I break this down if there's going to be stuff in it. Let's test that really quick. Nope, just wood. Okay. I did warm up a little bit, I saw, though. Here's some weird noises. It is also starting to become nighttime, so our exploration adventure may be coming to a halt for the day pretty soon. Okay, this is an actual house. And we're warming up in here, so we could spend the night here if we needed to. Toaster.
That'll come in handy.
It is possible to source your own food, but it's pretty difficult. So, especially early game like this, most of your food is going to come from exploration. You know, getting rabbits and deer isn't very easy to do early game.
More.
Pinnacle Peaches. They redid the graphics on a lot of these things. It's kind of nice. It looks, you know, pretty fresh and new. Not that the old graphics were bad, they were just fairly minimal, and these ones look a bit
This pack
better.
is getting too heavy to carry.
You're fine. Just carry the pack. We're almost done for the day. Here, carry another 4 pounds of water. What are we at now? 93 pounds? Yeah. Totally doable. That'll take 8 minutes to break down. I don't think I need any more cloth at the moment, but we can come back later if I ever do. Leather shoes. The thing is we're probably not gonna... This is kind of weird. We're probably not gonna need the whole night, and like I said, you don't really want to go out during the day if you, or early morning if you can. So, we'll have plenty of time to work on breaking down materials whenever we get, you know, done for the day. Especially considering we're not that tired, so we're gonna sleep for maybe 3 hours, wake up for a bit, do some more work, and then sleep for another hour or two.